Hello everyone and welcome back to Only Frames. This is a rare treat for you all. This promises to be a halfway decent game of pool, not something you're used to seeing from the channel. It is our gold semi-final. We've got Joe and Gary. They finished second and third respectively in the league. Two good players, both capable of good pool. Not something we say about the league most of the time. Gary hit the break well, but a couple of these balls have stuck together, especially on the left hand side to the table and up towards the top right. You've got a black and a red stuck together like glue. A dish always seemed unlikely, and so it came to be, and we get our first glimpse of Joe. Most likely course of action is just to develop this yellow on the cushion, and so he does, leaving the white tight on the cushion. Gary's going to have to play up away from the table. Both of these guys in their debut season have excelled. They've made the rest of us look even worse than we actually are, though this opening frame seems like it's going to be a bit of a cagey one as Joe rolls yellow down towards that bottom left pocket. Don't know if Gary can see the red towards the top end of the table. It looks like he's going to split this little cluster up. He's gone aggressive and it doesn't look like it's paid off. From here, these are the sort of chances we've seen Joe be taking all season. He has dished countless amount of times. He regularly pots 3 or more balls at a visit. That's 3 times the league average. Positional shot was good there. He's going to look to stun across for the other one at the bottom of the table. What's imperative for when he plays the yellow towards the top is that he leaves himself a slight angle so that he's able to cannon into the red and the black and hopefully develop it. How's the pace on this cue ball? I think he's dead straight, which is not where he wanted to be. It's likely going to be a stun-in. Leave the white where the yellow is and have a bash at a double, maybe. Oh, he's missed the pot. I thought the pot was a foregone conclusion, to be completely honest. And he's given Gary a go. And once again, Gary this season, these are the sort of chances that he has been taking. The difficult ball, obviously, is the red that's tied up on the black. So he's going to pot this and then try and leave an angle on this bottom one where he can put it in and then naturally come round towards the red and the black. He's missed the pot and unbelievably missed the cannon as well, but that might have worked out in his favour because this white's tight on the cushion, dead behind the yellow. I think Joe can only cut it back towards the middle pocket, but the white is going to be running. Where it's going to end up, nobody knows. It's had a little rattle towards that top right pocket. It's finished in about as bad a position as it can. Joe's coming to have a look from behind it. See if he can knock it away, maybe towards the middle or to down the bottom of the table. Oh, it's gone in bottom right. Who saw that? And he's either gone to the Louis school of flukes where you don't apologise and you enter it into best shot of the month, or he's actually played that. Now, if Joe says he's played it, I believe him. I think that's a horrific miscue there. Not entirely sure what's gone on. Gary's coming to the table. If he can see that red to the middle, then this could be his chance to strike back. And you can see Brad, Chris and Joe all inspecting and working on the tip at the back. And for a fiver, I know that Brad is more than happy to work on tips. Gary's got into that far too much. He's left himself a full ball snooker. He's cued it too well. This isn't easy, and these yellows are all in the open. If Joe gets back to the table, which he definitely will now because he's missed that by a good distance, I would make him favourite here. I think we're going to see all of these yellows go. Joe's just thinking about what he's going to do. He's planning his route. He's happy. He's got a plan. Let's see how he goes. Going to start with this to the top. Comes down the table. Tricky ball, obviously, is the yellow down on the cushion. He's going to go for it early, I imagine. I think it's going to be after this yellow. Just drop this in. Either one of those two yellows of the triangle in the middle of the table, I believe, go into the middle. So he should be all right. That's dropped. He's going to play the one left middle next, I think. Look at me being able to call a pattern. If only I could drop the balls to go along with it. Not sure he wanted the kiss like that, but he's made himself hampered with the cueing, but you'd still fancy him from here into the middle. And it's going to be yellow to the other middle. Or is he going to look to play that to the top? No, he's going to go yellow to the other middle. Position from here becomes difficult, though, I think. So he has decided to take on the trickier ball. If this goes, it's a foregone conclusion. Oh, he's rifled it in, but he sort of played it as a containing shot, almost like he didn't expect it to drop. And Joe's shot to nothing has left him exactly that. This is a really tricky cutback. Not a million miles away at all. Is he going to get lucky with the yellow? I think Gary can creep by it, pot the red into the middle, and all he's got to do is finish on the bottom half of the table. Joe's yellow's on the cushion. He can even just drop it in dead weight. As long as he doesn't leave Joe anything easy with that yellow, he'll be fine. Oh, I didn't expect him to miss it, to be completely honest. Maybe he didn't have the line. It looked to me like he did. He overcut it, so he must have had the line. Not an easy ball for Joe there. Gary gets a reprieve, but he will not keep getting chances like he has in these first two frames. In the intro, I spoke a big game about how this is going to be a high standard, and so far I have lied to you. This is just a normal only frames game. It's 1-1. And we're on to frame 3. Gary is at the table. He's playing reds, and we're a little way in. It's a good pot. I don't know if he had a shot and a visit, maybe. But what has happened is the cue ball has got away from him. I think this red passes the other one, so he should be okay. It's a good pot, and he's caught the knuckles of the middle pocket, and that's done him a massive favour. This is now a chance. Probably in need of 2 good shots. He's on one of his problem balls now. That seemed to roll away to me a little bit, but he's missed it anyway. He's covered the pocket, so it's not the end of the world. Joe's going to struggle to clear yellows from here. But like Sisyphus pushing his rock, Joe's going to keep on trying. That yellow's wiped its feet on its way in, but it has dropped. Position is as bad as he could have left it. He's left himself hampered queuing. He's got work to do with the cue ball as well to get on the next one. He's topped that through. The black's got in his way. He's run out of position. Is he going to try a skill shot to clear that top left pocket? He hasn't. He's doubled it over. The white's come down this end of the table. What he's done is he's blocked the path of one of Gary's reds into the top right. That's good thinking from Joe. What Gary doesn't want is a twofer, and that very nearly was. He's going to take the top of these 2 reds towards that top left pocket. He's overcut it. I don't know if that was intentional or not, possibly, because he's taken control of that pocket. I think Joe's got to be looking at the skill shot here to clear the pocket, but no, Joe's gone conservative. It is a bad day for Paul when I'm seeing attacking options and someone else is playing safe. I love what he's done to the top right hand side of the table though. Gary's given that an absolute blast. It was a bit of a hit and hope, and it's turned out as well as he could have hoped for. This is a simple chance. Even Louis would take these out from here. Stun that red in. Surely the simplest task now of dropping the black and going 2-1 in front. It's 2-1 Gary. Onto frame 4, Joe to break. It was seeing a break, either something good or something terrible happens. It's a loo ball off the break. Our little total carries on up to £178. Gary's got a shot on the visit. He's decided to take yellows. I don't think there was necessarily a wrong choice with the way these balls are broken up. That's just dropped into the middle. He's going to take this one to the bottom, is he? I don't know that I wouldn't mop up the top half first, but he knows what he's doing. That's a nice pot. Cued it lovely. Good position to the top right now. Gary's got his eyes on a reverse dish here. And that white has pinged out just far enough. If he can get position on this yellow that's not over the pocket. This one now, and he's going for it now. I thought he might want better position than that. And that's why he's missed that by a country mile. That was like watching Lou attempt a penultimate ball on the road to dish. You know it's going to go wrong. I didn't know he was going to miss it by that much, though. Get the man a sat-nav to show him where the bottom pocket is. Joe's at the table and wanting to make him pay. This is a pivotal frame in the match. Joe will desperately be wanting to get back on par with Gary, restore parity and maybe go on a run and win the match as soon as possible. If Gary gets into a 3-1 lead, well, he's a natural front runner. He's a bit like Barney at the darts, but that's a bad miss by Joe. Gary's going to come back, and this is an easy chance. These are all just natural positions. Doesn't need to do anything at all with the cue ball. Can just drop this in, leave the white where the yellow is. He did not want to do that. He's had a rush of blood to his cueing arm. He's got overexcited, and now he's going to have to come off either the bottom cushion and try and sort of nick it towards the bottom left thin, or come from behind it off the left-hand side cushion, pushing it towards the bottom right. He's taken the latter of the two options. It was a simple hit, but where he's left that means that Joe can take a couple of these balls and then leave Gary in all sorts of trouble because he's got that red directly in front of the black. But Joe has not cued that as well as he would have liked. He's not done himself any favours at all. So he just rolls safe, and that is absolute filth. That is great touch. He's left that white almost dead on the red. I think Gary's going to maybe need to come off of 2, maybe even 3 cushions here. Definitely going to have to come up first with some side and come down off the right hand cushion. Maybe come off the bottom as well. No, that's 2 straight. He wasn't particularly close. He had the right idea, but it was a difficult escape, to be fair. This gives Joe a shot and a visit, and he's going to make his life easier. He's going to roll this towards the bottom pocket. Has that got the legs? That's a foul. It's not touched the cushion. And that gives Gary a shot and a visit. That is a terrible mistake from Joe. He was just trying to roll up. Gary's going to use Joe's red to get position on the black. He's going to pinch his pocket and go 3-1 up. It looks like the slight upset is on the cards. Frame 5, Gary to break. He's potted a ball. Where's that white? Oh, it stayed out. That's a good break. They've opened up. I'm looking at it and I'm saying reds from here. It looks like Gary's playing yellows. Surely he knows better than I. That's a loo ball. So that's a shot and a visit to Joe. It's also another £1 in the charity pot. pot as we get closer to that £200 mark, which the way we pot white balls is an absolute certainty. Surely Joe's thinking reverse dishes on here. How's the cue ball control? That will do nicely, giving him options. He can even take this red down to the bottom. Well, he's got the other to the top. He knows what he's doing, so what am I talking about? Joe will be wanting to get some form. He's had plenty of visits, but they've just not worked out for him. If he can take these reds out, this will be a real confidence boost. So far, so good. This to the top right, I assume then the red nearer the cushion to the same pocket. And this is looking like an absolute certainty from here. It's one good positional shot, controlling the speed of the white, which he's done absolutely perfectly. He's going to probably just run this through a little bit, or maybe even stun back and put the red into the same pocket. No, he's going to take it down to the bottom. He knows what he's up to. This is the boost that he will have needed. That's in. This is going to be a reverse dish. This is what he's capable of. He's not overly happy with the positioning on it. He keeps looking to see if it goes. Is Gary going to get another chance? Has he run out of position at the last chance? No, he hasn't. He's dropped it in. Reverse dish. Finally, a bit of quality that I talked about at the start of the game. Frame number 6, Gary playing yellows. This has clearly not been a high quality frame as we've joined it a good way in. 6 reds already gone. Balls all over the table. I promised you high quality at the start of the game, and this is essentially like watching Louis play Tom or someone like that. Whilst Gary deliberates, I'll point you in the direction of our other social media channels. We are on Instagram, we're on TikTok, and we're on Facebook as well. Give us a like, make us your friend, send us suggestions. We're open to anything. We value your support and thank you for it. And thank you for sticking with this game, because so far, barring one reverse dish, it has been poor. And we expected better from the gold semi-finals. Joe's escaped the snooker. Chris is making a run for the bar. You'll notice we've not ever said that about Brad in the video. He'll be sat in a corner, his wallet weighing him down. That positional shot from Gary, not great. It looks like we're going to have a containing shot from Gary. He's going to bring the yellow out into play, leave the white on the cushion. He's still thinking about it. He's queuing it. He's down. Oh, he's done a Louis. Not only is that a loo ball, that's a super loo ball. That brings the charity pot up to £180, which would be terrific if we were involved in darts. If we were involved in darts, I might have won something. But we played pool very badly, though that's a good shot from Joe. He's surely going to make things level from here. And is Gary unravelling? Is that miscue just a small symptom of a bigger problem in that he's fallen apart? Joe's at the table in frame number 7, playing reds. The obvious problem ball is the red behind the 3 yellows. He's also got the black tied up on the cushion as well. That's a good shot, and he probably deserved better from it actually, but he's broken them away. He's at least got a half chance to do something with this red now, but he's not happy, and I can't blame him because it was a good shot and he probably deserved a better outcome. He's just developed it, and he said to Gary, do you know what, mate, I don't think you can clear these. I don't think you've got that in your locker. Is Gary able to prove him wrong? It would be some clearance with the way that yellow and black are. The other 3 balls from here are not too bad at all. You'd fancy him to take these with no problem. I think he might have wanted to run through that a little bit more to create an angle to come down. But he's potted it and he's left a nice angle with a little bit of side to maybe disturb this pair of balls. Is he able to make the shot? He's missed the pot and the cannon both by some way. Has Joe got the angle on this red to disturb the yellow and black and maintain position for the red after? Well, he's knocked that yellow away. The black does roll down the cushion. He's going to need... I mean, this is awkward queuing, so this is a test of how good your queuing is. Is he able to take this to the top, or will it cut to the middle maybe? He's taken it to the top. Clean as a whistle. Nice angle on this as well. Expect him to play with this with some bottom. So he brings the white down towards the black, making this as easy as possible. And I imagine this is just going to be a dead weight roll towards the bottom pocket. This for 4-3. No, but he's missed it the right way. The black has come away from the hole. Gary's going to need to control the cue ball. This game has been nervy the whole way through. We've had not too many moments of brilliance. Is Gary about to give us one here? A lot of work to do with the cue ball, as well as making sure he makes the pot. He's done the work with the cue ball, but he's missed the pot. Joe's coming to the table, licking his chops. He's a lucky boy. And he's going to drop this in, make it 4-3. The pressure is now all on Gary. He'll be feeling unhappy. Frame number 8, Joe to break. And he's hit that well. Has something gone down? Oh, a red's gone down. And these have split up. Lovely. Gary will be sat up the back there feeling like Damocles with the sword hanging by a thread, like his hopes for the gold final. Joe's going to be taking reds here. He's going to play the plant and try and clear that yellow away. And I would not bet against him dishing here the way these balls are. And what a time this would be to do it. There's been precious few moments of quality. Is Joe able to serve one up to finish the game out? Make sure he makes his way through to the gold final. From here on out, this is just going to be about cue ball control. And for my money, I think he's overrun it a little bit. I think he would have wanted to have been straight on this. This white is going towards those yellows. He's going to need a bit of luck, but he has got a red over the pocket. So that's what he's played for. He's just dropped that in. I think he can see the one over the hole. He's down on it. I think he's looking at the plant, maybe. He doesn't seem overly happy. He is playing the plant by the looks of things. And it has dropped, and that will spell disaster for Gary. Joe is going to make his way through to the final. He's served up a dish. Gary's had an excellent debut season, and we can expect great things from him next season as well. Joe has turned it on at the right time. They shake hands. Joe is through to the final, where he will be playing, will likely be the heavy favourite.